Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a touchless sealant test, and I know I said I wasn't going to do more videos on the white bonnet, but other test panels are already in use. We're in lockdown here in Brisbane at the moment, and just watched the car. I thought, why not? Can get these 3 sections and yeah, just update this weekly, see how they last. So I've got 3 products here. So we've got 303 touchless sealant. Now this one is going to set you back $30 for 473 mil, which is actually the most expensive. Next we have Bowdens Own Wet Dreams. This one is a 770 ml bottle, so quite a bit larger than the 303, and that's going to set you back $35. These are both the retail prices. You can get both of them generally on sale from the sort of retailers that offer your car detailing chemicals. And then lastly we have Carpro Hydro2. Now this one, you can actually buy this ready to use like these other two, but I prefer to buy it in the little bottle to dilute it myself. So this was a 100 ml bottle of Hydro 2, actually set me back $30. So $5 more than the other two, but with this one you can make up your own dilution ratio. So I used it at the strongest recommended amount, which is 1:6 dilution ratio. But for that 100 ml, you would get at that 1:6 dilution ratio 700 mils of product. So pretty similar price to the Wet Dreams. You can actually dilute it all the way up to 1:10, which will get you a litre basically. So yeah, kind of split between which is the cheapest. Obviously you'd have to have your own spray bottle for this. Obviously I already have plenty of these Carpro Dilute spray bottles because I use them a lot. Like they have the dilution ratios on them. But yeah, so you can, and also you will have to use demineralized water for best performance using Carpro Dilute. So that's the prices of them. So you can see I've taped the bonnet up into the 3 sections we're going to do, sort of trying to leave the corner sections out of it because yeah, I just want to keep it to the flat sections. So I've got a plastic drop sheet here. Going to be very careful to make sure I don't sort of cross-contaminate the sections. So I'm going to do one at a time, covering the rest with the clear plastic sheet and taping it up. So yeah, we're going to rinse it down and then apply the product and then rinse it off, just as advertised. I'm not going to do any wiping in like I did previously with the Bowdens Wet Dreams. I did have some issues with that, so I'm just going to use them straight up, spray on, rinse off, which is what most of them are recommended. So this one and the Carpro are just recommended to use that way. Wet Dreams does say you can wipe in and then use it that way as well, but I'm just going to go with the easiest spray on, rinse off method. So yeah, let's get to that. And before I move on, I'll just point out that this car has, the bonnet anyway, has been completely decontaminated, clayed, and wiped down with some Bowdens Own Flash Prep. So completely bare, no protection on there at all. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to mask it up and yeah, we'll get the plastic drop sheet on and we'll start applying some products. Alright guys, starting off with the 303 touchless sealant in this section, and don't worry about a little bit of light. The panel is completely cool. Just the sun just started to come across, unfortunately, but yeah, it's not a hot panel or anything. So just wet the panel. I'll just give it another wet. So we'll just wet the panel now. There we go, and we'll spray this directly on, light mist, and immediately rinse off. So I've given it a good shake. We'll open it up. Okay, so that's plenty. Put that down and we'll immediately rinse off. Alright, so it looks like I had a bit of camera troubles there as I was doing the rinsing for the 303, but either way, I'm not sure if it cut out or not. I think it did. Had a bit of a SD card error, but I think that's fixed. We're going to apply 2 layers of each. So yeah, we'll do our second layer now. So there we go, there's plenty of that. Now we'll rinse off. So there we go, there's the 303. I probably should have masked off this section and left it as a sort of control, flat, untouched section, but yeah, maybe I'll do that in the other corner. Just didn't have a whole lot of this plastic sheeting and just make it nice and easy. I'm just really wanting these parts here. So we'll still have the tape line where we can see where there's nothing. But yeah, so there's the first product. We'll now dry this, cover it up, and then we'll move the tape over, move the plastic over, and we'll get this middle section done. Okay, so now we've got the Bowdens Own Wet Dreams, and yeah, we've taped up this section here. So this is the one that is now clear. So I forgot to wet the panel first. So we'll there you go, we've got a nice wet panel, and we're going to, already shaken up, we're going to, there you go, plenty, and immediately rinse off. And then we'll do a second coat. It doesn't say to just do a very light amount, so I'm just going, I can see the product because it's orange, so I'm just going to cover the panel. Unsure if that's using too much or not enough on other ones, but just going by the directions. So then we'll rinse that. There we go, you can see that worked really well. So yeah, now we'll dry this section and we'll do our last little piece here, which will be the Carpro. Alright, so now the Carpro Hydro2. So I did just wet the panel, but just wet it again. And this one, same thing. Just going to shake it up. Spray it, get good coverage, and immediately rinse. There we go. Rinse that off. And we'll go a second coat. Alright, there we go, that is done. So I probably applied a little bit too much of the Carpro. It does actually say less is more. Kind of forgot because I was just going a bit more crazy with the Bowdens, but I think that is about done for that. So we'll pull the sheets off. I'm kind of thinking now, second guessing the 303. It says only a light mist, so a light mist, that's what I did. So it doesn't matter that I mean you do get less in this bottle, so that would make sense. You use less of it, but it's a smaller bottle at the same price. So okay, that makes sense. Bowdens, it just says mist evenly in a sweeping motion over entire surface. So I mean, I think we've applied them correctly. So yeah, I'm going to pull the tape off and we're going to just do a quick rinse test and see which one looks the best. Alright, so let's see how they're looking. All are applied, and there is the Carpro, the Bowdens, and the 303. So yeah, all looking really good. Definitely improved the paint where there was nothing before. So yeah, all sheeting and beading quite well. Let's get in and just see how good they're beading and just how hydrophobic they are by getting the camera in nice and close. Okay, so putting hose into the mist function. You see that is super hydrophobic for the Carpro. Really nice beading, super nice beads. Coming over to the Bowdens. Obviously really nice beading as well. You can see at the top here. But the reason why I was sort of going between them is trying to look at how the water is sort of sticking. So yeah, it feels like the Bowdens is a little bit more hydrophobic than the Carpro, surprisingly. And yeah, really nice beading on it as well. Let's go over to the 303. Okay, so here's the 303. Also really nice. Probably the least hydrophobic, I'd say. The water is able to flood it a little bit easier. As you can see, if I bring it in close, so a little bit less hydrophobic. I mean, I don't know if that's down to the application, but it does say it missed very lightly. So yeah, but great beading and still super hydrophobic. So yeah, pretty interesting. I'm going to say Bowdens is looking the most hydrophobic, second the Carpro, third the 303. I'll still see the 303 is performing great. To come in third, it's not like it's far behind. And if you put the hose into any other function, you can't really see as much of a difference. It's just that putting it into that mist function and putting it up close, you can actually see the sort of how easy it is to flood the section. But if we completely flood that, look at that sheeting straight off there. The Bowdens. You can see it's just a little bit more hydrophobic, a little bit harder to flood, and the Carpro. So yeah, you can flood the Carpro a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm surprised. I feel like I didn't get the best experiences with the Bowdens the first time I used it, and I've used this Carpro one a lot. So I felt like the first time I used the Bowdens Wet Dreams in the test that I did, I was sort of comparing it in my mind to Carpro, thinking the Carpro was a little bit better. But now, goes to show, whether it was my application method or just, yeah, who knows. But now I'm feeling like, yes, this Bowdens is actually looking the best out of the three. So yeah, we're going to peel the tape off, dry the car, and yeah, we're just going to pick this up every week, give it another quick wash and another test, just like we do on the test panel. So this will be the second test we have going at the same time. So hopefully you guys are keen to see this test continue. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up down below. And I just want to say, actually, this test came about because a bunch of you guys have been donating to my buymeacoffee.com page. So yeah, quite a few people ended up shouting me beers, which is what I put the currency as. One beer was $5, and I've had quite a few people donate, so that's why I actually went out and picked up this 303, because I did already have the Carpro and the Bowdens there, and I did plan on grabbing another one to test, which was the 303. So thanks heaps to you guys. Actually was able to purchase that and the drop sheet and everything and get this video done today. So yeah, really appreciate that. If you would like to continue supporting the channel in that way, you can head over and buy me a coffee, $5 each, as many as you'd like or as few as you'd like, and I can keep picking up more products to test. And if you, when you donate a beer, feel free to leave a comment letting me know, what products you'd like me to test, or if you just like me to continue picking out things that people have previously suggested, I can do that. But yeah, so there'll be a link to that in the description. But with all that said, if you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.